Bill O'Reilly slams the ladies of The View over Joe Biden interview. He said they lived in a delusional world. Isn't that what I've been saying about them, the cackling hens on The View? I mean, it's no way they can sit across from this man and believe that he still has all his faculties. I mean, they cape for him so hard because they hate Trump so bad that they deny reality. It was so bad during the interview that Jill Biden like cut in and like spoke for Joe Biden. Like, it's crazy. Right in front of him, and they still act like nothing is wrong with the guy. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna hear what Bill O'Reilly has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon, and that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that Bill O'Reilly slammed the host of The View this week after their interview of Joe Biden and Jill Biden, calling them delusional. Bill took issue with Joe Biden claiming that Kamala Harris lost because of sexism, and the host of The View show accepting that ridiculous answer. See, this is why the Democrats are going to continue to lose, because like Bill O'Reilly said, they are delusional. But he even suggested that it's not necessarily a case of lying, because they all actually believe this, that they choose to live in a delusional world rather than face the truth. Back when Barbara Walters was still alive and The View wasn't completely insane, O'Reilly used to appear on the show once in a while, but these days are clearly over. I'm sorry, those days are clearly over. The View is completely off the rails. So let's get right to the clip here. Here we go.
Biden shows up on The View. Here's a soundbite. Go.
So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman. She's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and consistent.
I didn't hear anyone on the right saying, no, don't vote for her because she's a woman. What is he talking about? It has nothing to do with that. They were making it a big deal that she was supposedly a black woman. I mean, we all know that she wasn't black. She's Indian, but we'll pretend for sake of argument that they're correct on that. They were saying, oh, this first black woman and this woman, and we didn't care. We don't care anything about that. We care about her and her policies. She's far left. And she was in the Biden administration, one of the worst administrations this country have ever had. So of course, we didn't vote for her. And then they try to make it a sexism thing, totally disregarding how bad these two really ran the country.
Campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country, and a woman of mixed race.
Yeah.
And they played that to a fairly well.
That's just gibberish. I covered that race as intensely as any human being on the planet.
Right.
I didn't
Me
see
too.
any attacks on Kamala Harris as a woman in politics.
Thank you. I said the same thing. Like, that was not happening. No one even cared about that. It was the left that was making it a big deal that she was a woman running for president.
One. Okay? Biden couldn't point to one. The ladies on The View have no blanking clue. So what are you talking about? What? Where was the commercial saying, hey, she's a woman, she can't govern? Where were they?
Right.
What are you talking about?
They just make it
Kamala
up.
Harris was a terrible candidate. Not because she was a woman, because she doesn't understand or even care about, in my opinion, solving our problems.
Facts.
Final thing on this, and this is very important for you to know. When Biden says stuff like that, and the View ladies hear it, they believe it. Why? Because they want to believe it. They don't care if there's any factual basis to back up the statement. They don't care. They want to believe the reason Kamala Harris lost is because of sexism and racism.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going to believe it.
Facts.
So then you say, well, are they lying? Technically, they're not lying because they live in a delusional world, a world that doesn't really exist. They make up that world. Now, in the past, people who hired media people, like the ladies on The View, people who vetted guests, that kind of thing, would not hire delusional people.
Right. What happened?
They would, in the interview, job interview, they go, ooh. And the American voter wouldn't cast a ballot for delusional people. That's why Eugene McCarthy didn't get anywhere during Vietnam. And McGovern got waxed by Nixon because those men lived in a delusional world, a world that couldn't possibly come true. And the voters said, you know, I don't like the Vietnam War, and I don't really like Nixon, but McGovern, he's not living in the real world. I'm afraid of him. Now that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
The final thing is, it is easy for people to create their own world and believe what they want to believe. It is comforting to them. Biden's not going to go on, and he doesn't even know. This is not a smart, intelligent man, Joe Biden. He never has been. But he's not going to go on and say...
They've been saying that about Joe Biden for years, how dumb this guy actually is. Like, that was like the thing in Washington. They used to talk about how stupid Joe Biden really is.
You know, Kamala Harris lost because my policies that I instituted, like the open border, like cutting down on transportation flow to the marketplace, which rose the price of food, and regulating the oil and gas industry, which rose the price of gasoline, my policies doomed her. Biden will never say that.
Absolutely
He will
not.
never even consider it.
He will. You come on. A politician accepting accountability? Are you for real? Do you really think that would happen? Joe Biden, too, of all people. You think he would never, ever, ever in real life ever admit that he done anything wrong? He's still talking about. I mean, we saw him on The View. He still talked about how great his administration really was. He hired a PR specialist to come in to try to lie to people and make people actually believe his administration was great. So of course he would never take accountability for the terrible for everything that he implemented in this country under his 4 years. Biden would never do that.
Later on in that stupid show, The View, Jill Biden came on and said, Joe was a great president. Lady, and again, is she lying? She's not lying. She's delusional. She can't handle the truth, to quote Jack Nicholson. Very important that you know that, because in your life, I know you deal with delusional people. They may even live in your house with you, okay? And there's very little you can do. You can stack up the facts. You can say what I just said. Give me one example of some sexism on a part of the Republican Party in the campaign of 2024. Give me one commercial, one statement by Trump or Vance. You can't.
Facts.
Thank you.
All facts, all facts. The great Bill O'Reilly. I agree with everything he mentioned there. It's delusion. They really drank their own Kool-Aid and believe in their nonsense. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.